Good afternoon, and thank you for tuning in to learn a little bit more about the Patrice and Associates franchise opportunity. My name is Jason Miller. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Patrice and Associates. I've been with the company for 9 years. For the majority of my career with Patrice and Associates, I headed up franchise development, the discovery process that many of you are going to be going through to learn and figure out if Patrice and Associates is the best fit for you. And that's where I really fell in love with the brand, fell in love with our core values, which I'll talk about today. But I'm really excited for you to explore this opportunity, and we'll get to know each other more as you go through the discovery process. But wanted to give you a quick introduction and company overview. Patrice and Associates has actually been around since 1989. So we have a very strong brand reputation in a very specific niche. Patrice, our founder, is an amazing individual. She was actually the first female boat captain on the Chesapeake Bay in Maryland and had a very successful event planning and charter business on the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Once she finished that business, she wanted to get into recruiting and wanted to just start out locally in the Maryland, Virginia area. And she actually stumbled upon a Bob Evans restaurant that needed some help finding a manager. And she was like, I didn't really know that restaurants use recruiters. There's not really any major players in the space. Maybe I can carve out a name here. And that's what she did. And really, for the first 20 years, she started out to grow Patrice and Associates. First in the local area, in the Maryland, Virginia, DC area, started to get clients up and down the East Coast, across the country, and ultimately built an infrastructure where franchising could be possible. And she could provide a strong brand reputation, a strong book of business to her franchisees, and offer a truly virtual franchise opportunity, which we're going to talk a little bit about today. So we started franchising in 2010. We have about 185 franchisees across the country. And now we just have a very strong brand in a very specific niche. With a lot of franchise opportunities, there might be 5, 10, 15, 20 different franchise concepts in that particular industry, in addition to all the other competition. But we've been in business for 30 years. We're the largest hospitality recruiting firm in the country, and we have an amazing reputation in a specific niche. And I think that's one of the biggest things that sets us apart when you're looking at an opportunity, when you're looking at competition. And I'm excited to share this journey with you and give you a little bit more information here at the beginning of our discovery process. But that's a little introduction and company history. Let's talk about some business model highlights of the Patrice and Associates franchise opportunity. First off, this is a truly virtual business. A lot of times with a franchise opportunity, you're going to have a brick and mortar, or you might have truck or equipment. And this is a truly virtual business. As long as you have your phone, your internet, you can really work this business from anywhere. You're going to have a web-based software. You can log in from your computer or phone. You can work from home. You can work from your second home. You can work from the beach. So if you want freedom and flexibility, if you need to take care of aging family, or if you just want to spend more time with your kids, or just have a business that you can work around your life, this could be a really great option for you because of the virtual nature of this business. Because it's virtual, because you don't have a brick and mortar office or you don't have equipment, in the grand scheme of franchising, low investment, low overhead. The total investment is under $100,000. You have very little working capital. You'll have a technology fee, which you'll learn about from James. You might have some marketing expenses if you choose to do so. But there's a tremendous advantage with the fact that this isn't a heavy cash flow business to keep it operating on a day-to-day basis. You don't have a big number that you have to commit to just to keep the lights on every month. So low investment, low overhead is very attractive. We have built-in clients. So especially with other staffing and recruiting businesses, a lot of times you get a marketing plan and you have a blueprint. Then you have to spend the first 6 months of your business getting clients before you can start generating revenue. We've already done that for you. So in the previous video, we talked about our company history. We talked about our brand reputation. We work with some of the largest and most established restaurant and hospitality brands in North America, and that translates to open jobs. So you don't just get a lead list, you have hundreds and hundreds of jobs. These are signed contracts, positions that need to be filled, that you do start working day one of training. And then you also get a database of over 800,000 candidates. So you can start sourcing, and you do start sourcing day one, in addition to other marketing and technology tools that we provide to you. So you have an opportunity to start generating revenue right out of the gate. You have the opportunity with unlimited scale. We're going to talk about territory in a little bit. You can really work the whole country. So you can place someone anywhere in North America. Maybe you want to build a team of recruiters. Maybe you want to scale an agency. Your recruiters can work anywhere in the country. So this is truly a model where clients are there, the support infrastructure is there. You just have to execute the system properly. And you can keep the business small and simple. You can scale the business as big as you want. And that's a really unique opportunity with Patrice and Associates. And finally, we have fantastic training and support. We're going to talk about that in a little bit, but you have a tremendous amount of support right from the get-go in terms of the initial training. You have a regional mentor, you have post-training support, all franchisee sessions every month. So I think you'll find a great community of support, and you'll have a great opportunity to get your business off the ground quickly. And those are some of the really unique differentiators about the Patrice and Associates business model. A truly virtual business, low investment, low overhead, built-in clients, unlimited scale, and strong training and support. And we'll dig into that a little bit more today, and you'll dig into it a lot more as you go through the discovery process. One of the unique things about the Patrice and Associates business model is the way that territory works. In this model, you have the opportunity to really work the entire country. You kind of have two key components. You have the candidates that we're helping to find roles for, and then you have the clients, the businesses that need help finding talent. So when it comes to placing a candidate, when it comes to helping someone find a job, there's no territory restrictions on that. Remember, we have clients and open jobs across the country, and we want you to be able to take advantage of those. So you can make a recruiting call in Dallas, you can post an ad in California, you can help someone find a job in Baltimore, Maryland. Now, we do work from a shared database. On the one hand, that helps make sure that we're not stepping on each other's toes, so we're all on a level playing field. So if you're working with Sally Smith trying to place her in Baltimore, and another franchisee is doing a search in Baltimore and they stumble upon Sally, they would see that you're already working with them and they wouldn't be allowed to reach out. So you have the benefit of being able to work the whole country, but we have a system to make sure we're not stepping on each other's toes. Now, what you are going to have for territory is a protected client development territory. Although we provide clients to you, we want you to have an opportunity to be as proactive as you want in your local market, to go out and sign your own restaurant clients, your own hotel clients, any client really that needs help finding talent. So you're going to have a population base, about 250 to 300,000, certain cluster of zip codes, postal codes, depending upon where you're at. And that's going to be your protected client development territory, where you can be as proactive as you want to develop your own book of business. Now, one of the unique things we allow you to do is we do allow you to get a client outside of your territory, as long as it's through something organic, like a referral, your circle of influence, or a reference check. So, although it's not a prerequisite for success, let's say you come from the restaurant or hotel background and you have a network that you can tap into. So if you live in Dallas, but you have connections in Atlanta and Jacksonville, you can certainly leverage those referrals and try to get clients in those areas. Maybe you're doing something as simple as a reference check. Maybe you're placing Sally Smith in Jacksonville, but maybe she just moved from Charlotte. One of the things that we do is we check references. So we'll take a look at that resume. We'll see that, Sally Smith used to report to Maria in Charlotte, and we'll call Maria to check that reference. We're talking to Maria one-on-one. Maria's in a hiring position. We're proving to her that we're a thorough firm and check references, and we just ask a question at the end of the call. Maria, is there anything that we can do to source talent for your group? In that example, you could sign that client in Charlotte because that came through your normal course of business. And we have checks and balances for that too. We can log into the system. We can see Sally's resume. We can see that Maria was a reference. So there's these unique ways where you can also develop clients in different parts of the country. And then it all ties back into the shared database, where let's say you get a client that has locations throughout the Southeast and you're a franchisee in Atlanta. You can keep those Atlanta jobs on hold, But you could say to the client, listen, I'm part of a large network at Patrice and Associates. I'll be your singular point of contact for Patrice, but I can open up the jobs in Jacksonville and Charlotte and Little Rock. And now the client's happy because they have one point of contact at Patrice, but they have a whole agency that is there to help fill roles and find talent for their brand. So really unique opportunity with territory. Yes, you have a protected local area, but you can really place someone anywhere in the country, and could be an awesome opportunity for a major metro market area. But hey, maybe you live in a rural area and maybe there's not a lot of business around you. This could be a good opportunity to look at because you still have an opportunity to really work the whole country. So that's a little bit about territory. One of the things that I've always loved about the Patrice and Associates franchise opportunity is the support that we provide. And that's one of the pillars of our model that I think you'll hear about when you talk to franchisees. Support is very important to us. Our core values are very important to us. We're going to talk about our core values in a little bit. Those are accountability, collaborative, trustworthy, innovative, valuable, empathetic. At the core of Patrice and Associates, we're a people business, and we want to help people, and we want to help you to be successful. So we put together a support infrastructure to make sure it's not just your initial training and support, and then we say, bye, see you at an annual conference. This is an ongoing support infrastructure to help you to be successful. So you're going to come to a week of virtual training. This week of virtual training is hyper-focused on getting the business off the ground, on sourcing the right candidates. Remember, we provide clients, so that's already done for you. Over time, you'll go out and sign your own clients, and we'll teach you how to do that. But in the beginning, to start driving revenue in your business, it's going to be about sourcing talent and finding people. And that's what the first week of training is going to be all about. So you're going to learn a lot. You're going to start making calls. You're going to start talking to people and begin executing on that Patrice and Associates system. After that, you'll feel probably a little bit overwhelmed, excited, and nervous now that it's time to go out there and do it on your own. But then we have a really fantastic post-training support process that includes group coaching as well as a mentor. So after that, you'll have a full month of post-training, which is a Tuesday, Thursday call, 1 hour call that you do with all the franchisees that made the investment the same time that you did. It's a fantastic group learning environment where you're going to celebrate wins, talk about best practices. We're going to go over sourcing strategies. We're going to go over client development, starting to go out and get your own business. We'll talk a little bit about scaling your business. Down the road, we'll talk about executive search. But this is going to help you kind of build that momentum. When you come to training, we'll talk about how to just give yourself the opportunity to learn. You don't have to be an expert right out of the gate. Doing the business, executing the system, along with that post-training support is what's going to help you to get ramped up effectively. In addition to that week-long of virtual training, as well as the twice-a-week post-training for a month, you also get a mentor. And your mentor will work with you every single day for the first 3 months of your business. And that's to help you out with anything that you need help with. Could be a 15-minute call, could be a 30-minute call. You could talk about candidates or resumes or clients. Anything that you need help with, that mentor is going to be there for you every step of the way for the first 90 days of your business. After that 90 days, you'll continue to have a weekly mentoring call for another 3 months. You'll have a franchise advisory council rep that's assigned to you to be an extra sounding board. We do all franchisee calls twice a month, which are heavily attended. We consistently have 80, 90, 100 franchisees on those calls, and it's a great opportunity to get together, collaborate, talk about strategy, have open Q&A sessions, have strategic partners come on. So I think you'll find that we have a fantastic training and support model. We've got a fantastic culture, and I'm excited for you to learn more about it as you go through the discovery process and talk to franchisees. At Patrice and Associates, our core values are extremely important to us. For many candidates going through discovery, this is what resonates with them the most. Our core values drive our interactions with you, the franchisee, our interactions with each other, and ultimately our interactions with clients and candidates. These values are the foundation of our success. So what are they? Well, our core values are active. Starting with accountability. Accountability isn't a bad word. We want to hold each other accountable to be as successful as we can. You can hold us accountable for the system and support that we provide. We want to help hold you accountable so you can achieve your business goals. And ultimately, we want our candidates and clients to hold us accountable for results. Collaborative. This is kind of a no-brainer. We want to work together to achieve a common goal, whether that's with a candidate, the client, or each other. We want to be trustworthy. We are helping someone figure out their next career. We are helping clients find the ideal fit to take their company to new heights. This won't be achieved just by lining up the bullet points on a resume. We need to establish trust. We need to ensure we are good listeners and that we have their best interests in mind. We need to be innovative. I never want to move away from the fact that we're a people company. We will always be a people-first business, but we need to adapt with the changing times, embrace new technology, embrace what AI has to offer, and we'll be doing that. We want to be valuable. Companies have many choices for recruiters. We drive value. Finding the right hire the first time is crucial. We provide a nationwide network, a standard resume, singular point of contact, and quality over quantity. And finally, we want to have empathy. We are here to help people. The number one thing our franchisees want to do is help people. In order to do that, we need to have empathy. We need to meet the candidate where they are. We need to be active listeners. And wow, when it all comes together, the testimonials we get are simply amazing. So as a Patrice & Associates franchisee, you will want to be active in everything that you do.